I'm going to show you how to do a basic CO2 tolerance test. What that means is that we're basically going to measure via time how long you can exhale, all without stopping your breath, without swallowing. Those are the rules. There are 3 breaths that we're going to take just to prepare and get the lungs to inflate as much as possible so we can get an accurate test. And then that 4th breath is when we're really going to go for it. Okay, so why would we do this? Now, a CO2 tolerance test is going to be our rough and ready way of indicating how much stress tolerance you have and how much inflammation there may be in the system. Okay, so in other words, a shorter time means that you have more stress and more inflammation, and a longer time means the opposite. Now, clearly, we want to go for the longest possible time. So in order to be really accurate and get the most honest results, I'm going to show you the couple tricks because it's going to be how we inhale, how we intake the air, and how we exhale that is really going to affect our score. Okay, and our score is going to simply be measured in seconds. You can use a standard stopwatch. Your phone is probably the easiest. Okay, so inhaling, key here. Inhaling definitely through the nostrils, and we want to shrink the size of the nostrils by doing this kind of scrunchy face. And if I were to talk like this, you can kind of, it's what we do in cartoons to just mimic and make fun of that nasally voice. But really, when that hole through the septum, when they get smaller, now air has to zoom in even faster, which is an advantage because then it means that more air, okay? So the inhale is gonna be like this. Pretty powerful, pretty fast, okay? Now the exhale is going to be not really a pushing out of the air. Now we are going to go through the nose instead of the mouth on this exhale because we want to elongate the exhale for as long as possible, which is much easier when the hole is smaller. So even both nostrils together, quite a lot smaller than the mouth. Okay, so what we're going to do now, I'm going to run through my 3 preparatory breaths, and then immediately, and I'll press time to give an example. I'm not going to do my full time, but I'm going to give you an example of how this is going to go, okay? So preparatory breath number 1, and on this exhale, it's almost like a slow leak from a tire. That's the kind of sound and feeling that I want to go for on the exhale. But for these prep ones, you'll see. Those ones are going to be inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. On the 4th one, biggest inhale possible, and then we go for that slow tire leak, and we'll see how much time. Okay, so preparatory breath number 1. And now is going to come the biggest one, followed by the test. Now I'm going to stop right there, but I think that you get the idea. Now, ultimately, a first goal, a really good first goal, is to get 55 to 60 seconds. Once we get beyond 60, going in towards 80 seconds, that's when we know we're really, really somewhere with our fitness.